So I'm here in my car and I wanted to do another update on this other YouTube project I'm working on. For context, there's this other channel I run that is the one I take more seriously. I just kind of use this channel as a dumping ground and a way to network with people and post music and do these regular vlogs because basically I'm trying to make a full-time living out of a YouTube channel. And I'm, you know, doing it with one other person, but sort of just figuring out all this stuff on my own. So I think it'd be interesting to document it. And I just kind of feel like I should get in the habit of speaking on camera every once in a while, since I don't do that with the other channel. It's like an anonymous thing where basically it's very detached and it's something I'm passionate about, but it's also like I treat it more like a business. And basically where I left off with the last update is, hold on, I gotta catch my breath. Okay. Where I left off with the last update, basically at that point, I had the YouTube channel, and I had a TikTok page connected to it. And the YouTube channel was, like, maybe only at 12 subscribers. And TikTok had a few thousand followers on there, which sounds awesome, and it is. But it is a lot easier to do this stuff on TikTok. It's a lot easier to get a following there. So basically, what we started doing is advertising the YouTube channel through the TikTok videos. And that helped to an extent. I think we got up from 12 to 25 subscribers. So not a lot of people coming over, especially because one of the videos that had an advertisement on it for our YouTube channel, I think at this point it has around 80,000 views. And, even a few months before that, it had quite a bit. It got most of its views a little while ago, and obviously not too many people coming over from it. What seemed to help a lot more is we had this longer form YouTube video, and we had a little TikTok video that was essentially a short preview for that. It wasn't like I don't see it as like a trashy clickbait kind of thing, but it was basically a short story about a guy, and it's sort of what I say at the end of the video is like, if you wanted to know more about this guy's story, we have a full video on YouTube, and you could go check that out. And that seemed to not bolster our subscriber number too much, but that video got a lot more traffic than our other videos. So I would say advertising through another social media site, while it's not like the best strategy in the world, not as good as some of the stuff I'm going to get to, it's definitely worth doing if you can make it not too obnoxious and not get in the way of your quality of your videos. I mean, I don't like doing any ads, but, at the end of the day, it's sort of a business. It doesn't have to be, but, it kind of is. At least the way I'm treating it. Okay, let me look at my notes. I actually got to record something for the other channel. I record in my car because the sound quality is a lot better in here. And I just put together notes so I don't spend forever like trying to get this video together and re-record stuff. Okay, so basically I wanted to touch on what I was doing versus what I'm doing now. Because within the past 2 months, 2 months ago, I changed the strategy with that other channel. It's still similar content, but we changed it. And since then, we've gone from 25, maybe 30 at the most subscribers to 88. And a lot have been flowing in these last few days. It's kind of been gradual, and it's, it's sped up a lot recently. And we're getting a decent amount of views. So I wanted to talk about what changed that. Because basically what I was doing before is these are sort of informational videos, and I would just sort of talk about anything I thought was interesting. And I figured if I throw them out there, they'll get views. And as it turned out, that was a horrible strategy. Just, if you're doing it as a passion project, of course, whatever, that's fine. But from a business point of view, that was a terrible strategy. And, to be fair, it really did take my, for lack of a better word, business partner kind of getting on me like, this isn't working. Like, I mean, it wasn't going anywhere. So I approached him with this different idea, which is basically we pick a niche that we've sort of talked about in some of these videos before. It's sort of adjacent, but definitely a lot more specific, and try to make specific videos within that area. And it seems to be working a lot better, but that's not the whole of it. So there's this tool I've been using. It's a free website called H Super Tools, and they have this thing you can use that basically you can use it to see if it's worth doing a YouTube video on a topic. What you can do is basically plug in a search term. Let's say, okay, are Ford Focuses good cars? I don't know how that would do, but we're just using it for the example. So our Ford Focus is a good car, and it will take that phrase and it will basically tell you, if you do a video with that title, how likely are you to rank in the search results? And it also gives you a list of a whole bunch of related searches, like, is the EcoSport a good car? Is the Ford Focus fast? Blah, blah, blah. And it will sort of tell you, are these either easy, medium, or hard to break into? And it also gives you a number of, like, how many people are searching for that per month. Because, if there's something that's really easy to break into, like, wow, I could do a video on this and it's going to be the first search result, but it's something no one is searching, then it's probably not worth doing a video on it, because who's going to find it, even if your video ranks pretty high. So with doing that, it's actually paid off quite well. Basically, there's easy, medium, and hard search terms to break into. And pretty much I've only targeted easy ones because, we're a small channel. I've been watching some tutorials, and basically until you are at least over 100,000, you probably shouldn't be attacking medium ones. At least I think that's what the guy in the video said. And, right now, I mean, within 2 months, we've experienced significant growth. Been getting some comments on the videos, which are pretty much positive, which is, it's nice people are viewing them, but I don't know, I'm a lot easier with taking criticism than taking compliments. It's actually kind of, it's kind of weird because I want to keep it as an impersonal channel, but it's like, well, maybe I should favorite some of these comments. Someone, took time here to write something. Yeah, it's basically narrowed it down to a specific topic, and I'm not going to say what that is because, like I said, I want to keep this project detached from me. But I will say, if you're looking for a specific topic, I actually went with something more narrow than I thought would work. Like, you sort of think of a topic, and you're like, random thing off the top of my head, insects. You're like, well, I could talk about insects. Well, that's, obviously too broad. Well, what if I was to talk about wasp? You might think that's too specific. Actually, with the topic I picked, I thought it might be too specific, but it's, what you find is when you start researching is there's a lot you could do on, even a topic. Like, one topic is way more expansive. I actually started questioning, should I make this topic more specific? Because it, I felt like I was a little all over the place, but right now I think it's good. Yeah, it's basically like picking a niche and really attacking that. And I'll broadly say what I'm doing are history videos, and a certain subject in history, and which works out because I've always liked history. And, you know, even it wasn't initially the most interesting part of history, but as I've researched it and made this sort of a profession, it's become more interested. I've gotten myself interested in it. And I can't remember what I was saying. I guess just like picking a niche has really paid off so far. Let me see what else I've got in my notes here. I think, okay, one thing I was trying to do, so I use that tool called H Super Tools, and I had tried, like, repurposing the titles of some of my old videos. Basically see if I could make them, like, fit certain search results. And I would advise anyone who might be watching this, don't do that. Don't waste your time on retitling your old videos and adding keywords in the descriptions and all of that. It didn't work for me. I mean, those old videos, even with the new subscribers, I think some of them have went back and watched them. I've been looking at the views, and you could tell when a new subscriber comes, and a few of those old videos, like a few of them at once, are getting views. It's probably someone going back, someone who likes your content in general. But I'd say generally, to optimize the search words, it's not worth it. Just start with something new. And really go all in on that. I'll also say a difference is with the first approach to the channel, I was spending a ridiculous amount of time researching these videos because I basically wanted to make really, really good, like, informative videos that touched on stuff that no one's touched on before. And a guy I really look up to on YouTube is Frederick Nudston, does the Down the Rabbit Hole videos. Really, really good content creator. And clearly does a lot of research. But if within that time, those few months I was doing those videos, if any of those would have taken off, maybe I could justify doing that. Here's the thing. I got to the point where I'm just like, okay, this channel is going nowhere. Is it worth it to just quit? Well, if I just quit, and I mean, there's plenty of other things I enjoy and plenty of profitable professions I could pursue that, you know, I don't know, wouldn't be terrible. I'd basically be giving up on the channel. So it's like, is it worth it to sort of compromise the integrity of my vision to some extent? Because otherwise I'm probably not going to keep up with this at all. Like, I'm done with it. And for me, it was worth it to do something I'm not as into. The new videos aren't as researched. They're not as visually stimulating. They're not as much of my style of thing. But they're doing a lot better, and I still enjoy doing them. So I think right now it's worth it. I mean, these new videos, the old ones I was doing were about generally from 12 to 26 minutes in length, and they were really well researched, and the video was edited and all this crap. And it's just like, you know, some of those videos have a max of 80 views, where some video I just did 9 days ago is on its way to 800 right now, and it's gotten a lot more subscribers. And that video with the 800 views is something I put together in an evening, basically. I mean, that's another part of it. It does, you know, quality isn't as important as just making something people want, making something there's a demand for. I mean, basically, the videos I'm producing, I'm trying to look at, okay, what are people interested in this niche searching for, and how can I corner the market, so to speak, on these different topics? You know, be the voice, basically, that people come to expect when they see these different topics. I mean, since starting this 2 months ago, we've done a whole bunch of videos. And Before it took me forever to pursue stuff, and really my business partner just really pushed me to get away from just having this ridiculous expectations, really. Um, I will say the last few weeks I've been focusing like solely on this YouTube channel. Right now I'm not working a job. Like, and I'm basically in a situation where um I could probably do that longer and get away with it, but at that point I'd be like I don't want to go into it because it's sort of like family stuff, but I would be, I don't know, exploiting the goodwill of some people. And like ultimately if this stuff doesn't come through, I want to have skills, and I don't want to be out of the workforce too long. You know, so I probably am going to start studying programming again. I've been working on getting a certification in that. So I'm going to keep up with this YouTube channel. It's going to be a little slower for the next 2 months as I'm getting certifications and applying for jobs, basically until I get settled in a programming job. It's going to be a little slower. I don't expect the same amount of growth, but I'm still going to keep up with it, and I plan to keep doing these updates. And I'm curious how things will be at my next update, because I think I have a strategy that will work right now. I could probably go on more, but I'll try to end it there. Yeah, basically, gonna start focusing on the real job, so to speak, more. But I wish I could keep focusing on this. It's a lot of work, but it's rewarding, and it's what I'd much rather do at the end of the day. But I guess that's the only update for now. The channel's been doing well. There's times where things get a little slow for a few days, and I'm like, I really fall into doubting, but I just kind of I truck through it, which is a lot of that's helped by doing it with another person. They keep you accountable, so you can't just fall through and give up. At least that's one of the things that works for me. And yeah, I'm curious to see how this will go. Anyways, that's all for this update.